Hey, Linda.
Oh, good. I'm glad you waited.
Well, yeah, I know. We didn't want that comment on.
No, I didn't mean that on there.
All right, we are in Quantum Burst. It is the 10th of March, and Steve and Nancy and I have been chatting. Linda just popped in. We just heard that Kate is not going to make it, so we're going
Miss
to.
you, Kate. Miss you.
She said,
Yeah.
beam me up. And I said, we're beaming and zinging.
Yes.
So, whatever chaos it sounded like was
Yeah.
going on in her world, we just
Yeah.
bring her into this. This awe moment. Oh, I think that's good. This awe moment. Ah. All
Oh,
right,
and
let's,
I have
yeah.
a little Izzy with me.
Oh, look at what you
Or
got.
call her Izzy, but it's Itty. Itty, because she was the itty bitty kitty.
Oh,
The bitty kitty.
itty bitty, itty.
Yeah, but so she's uh, clingy right now because I just got home.
Oh,
So I had to find a place to make sure she could climb on me while we were talking.
there you go.
Okay.
We do miss that. So good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
let's just kind of keep checking in. We were chatting a little bit, but
Oh,
so Linda, you're talking about the itty. Itty, how are you?
yes.
What's going on? Did you figure out what you're gonna do yet, or
No.
in a holding pattern? How's your
I'm
mom?
mom. I think it's holding pattern. We're waiting. The last I understood was the doctor was going to work with the retirement community about setting up hospice. But
Hospice,
that's
okay.
been so we did decide to go ahead, and he agreed that it seemed like it was time. But we've been having trouble. There's a lot of trouble with the getting aides to help with getting mom online, and she's like just driving everybody crazy, pushing all kinds of buttons and calling people at 3 o'clock in the morning and that kind of thing. And she doesn't know what she's doing, so
Mm-hmm.
um and nobody knows how to manage it.
Mm-hmm.
So we were hoping to get more help from the aides there, but they don't seem to really know what's going on. And the issue is that or one of the issues is the our chat is on Sunday, and that's when most of the people that are there all the week are gone. So it's just weekenders. But you'd
Right.
think because it was the same people each week, but I don't know. We don't know. It's a hard time getting help every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we don't know what's going on. I'm staying at this friend's house for a week because I've been here before. Actually, she's a friend of mine from a meditation class I took a while ago. And they were going on this retreat, and I didn't want to go. And so she asked me, usually I take care of the dog and the cat, but the dog passed away last year. So she just asked me to come and once a day, do the 30 minutes, $35. And I said, well, how about if I just, I know the house and everything. Let me just come and stay there. And the cat will get more attention, and it'll be easier on me. And
And you
I
don't
don't
have to pay for your
I don't
hotel.
pay for the other thing. And so she said, yeah. So this is working out pretty well. And a cat, like, I mean, she's a little clingy because she needs a lot more attention. She's used to people there's a lot of activity. They're like in and out a lot, but it's a lot of activity. And so she's not getting that with me because I leave and then I come back hours later.
You're not in and out all day.
No. So stuff with mom's on hold. Stuff with me feels like it's on hold because I don't know what's going on. I've been in sort of I don't know how to say if it doesn't really feel like numb, but it's like I've just been zoning out a lot. That's sort of numb. Like I watch a lot of YouTube videos that I normally wouldn't watch. You know, I just sort of get on a thing and loop and stuff, and there's all this stuff about all the things that are happening, and angels are doing this, and and there's all these changes coming up, and um, I'm like, I don't want to watch this, so I turn it off, and then I go do something else. But then I'm back in it, So I don't really know. I'm avoiding. Um, I don't know how to handle. I did get my storage unit down to one. Did I tell you that yet?
No,
Yeah.
yay!
So
Celebrate
yeah,
that with you.
I made it for the March 1st cutoff. What I did was I got rid of some things, but basically I took everything from one unit and just stuffed it all in 2 units. So now I just came from there and I opened the door and it's like, yikes, it's packed full. But I do know, I think it'll be okay. And the other thing is this friend, Raquel, that lives here. Um, she's going through a decluttering thing, and she said she's really good at it. So she offered to come and help me, and she's a big forester, so she can take some of my furniture away. And I think having her as a teammate, we're going to sort of team up and help each other, and I think that's going to be really helpful. So my next goal is to either to get it down to a smaller size, well, definitely get it to a smaller size. But then I also am considering getting it to where it's just stuff that I don't really need frequently. So I can get a unit that's out of town. And that would be a lot cheaper. The one I have is pretty expensive because it's so convenient to be able to use it. Like it's like my closet. So, so I would still like to get the price down, but
We'll celebrate that you got rid of one. That's a
I
good
got one.
start.
It is a big deal, and it was such a relief. It felt, I really definitely felt the weight lift off of me from that. So, um, and the way that I set it up is that, at least I know where this stuff is. Bathroom stuff is over here. Kitchen stuff is over here. I have a clothes rack where I hang most of the clothes now. I have two big plastic storage bags that are winter clothes, which I took one of them out when we had the freeze a while ago, was that a month ago or something? And I was like, yay, winter. And then it was like, I never used any of it. So I put it back and now it's going to get cold again. So oh well. That's why I like to have the unit close by. But anyway, that's my life.
All right. Thanks. Steve, Nancy,
Well,
first.
of course, it's me first.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Um, again, much of my life is work. So that's what's been on my mind of late. I just kind of looked at what I've been doing and how I've been doing it, and I'm just not really wholeheartedly going into it. So that makes it even tougher when you look and try to evaluate something when you're not giving it full effort. So pretty much the end of last week, last couple of days of last week, and again, first couple of days this week, I've just really been barreling into it and getting some really good feeling about the progress I've been making.
Mhm.
The projects that are it's like a 1,000-piece puzzle, and all of a sudden I get it. It's like, oh yeah, see where those go. And so it's useful to have that kind of awareness and sensation, because otherwise you're going to deep dark hole very quickly. So anyway, still looking at the when, as I evaluate when that'll happen. And there are all kinds of contradictory stuff. Like people say, I was at a pickleball last night. Somebody said, "Oh, I wouldn't retire if I were you. Just trying to put nothing to do. You sit around and well, something to do." But anyway, so that's been up there is like, when you do it, what do you do? And it moves on, what kind of activity, and you stay busy and active. So, not bad. And another call from Annie this past week. She had a very nice time with her. She had some health concerns coming up. Tomorrow was the day. She dropped her a text, and she's other than that, her communication is much more engaging, and whereas before this, several months back, it was done, hello, yes, goodbye. Now it's like there's questions asked, there's conversational flow, and it just feels much better.
Mhm.
That's where I'm at.
Okay. Sorting through all the moving parts.
Well, let's see, I came down 2 Sundays ago, and he's flipping through this brochure that came from the one of the senior places that we're talking about, active senior community, they call it. And he's thumbing through it. Now, that's been a while. Okay, he hadn't showed any interest. And he finally said, which ones do you like the best?
Okay.
Floor plans. Yeah, and I go, well, as always with any house, there's nothing perfect, but I'll give you my feedback on blah, blah, blah. And then you need to go see him because the gal follows up with me all the time. Is Steve ready to come over and look at it? Oh, they've got your stuff down pat and they're very personable. So he doesn't know it, but I think I'm going to set an appointment for this weekend and begin nail down some information. And once I was ready to do that, I started getting the house ready to sell is, even though it's been remodeled, I used to always have somebody come and help me. That's whatever.
A stager almost.
He's a stager, but they get rid of her. You pay for him to do that, help you keep. And I was always on a routine. We do major things every once in a while, then we do maintenance. Well, I don't know. Well, he went back to work full time, so I don't have access to him when I want him. And all of a sudden, I just looked around and said, "Oh, I don't know how we went way past maintenance to there's so much shit in this house." I get overwhelmed. Linda, you could understand it. It's like it got bigger than my mind could deal with, and I finally had to work through some of that and have a breakthrough. And I finally said to him one day last week, I think, I need to think of this adventure as something other than, oh, we're moving to a smaller place with more activities. I need something. That doesn't do it for me. So I decided to think of it. Now, this is how the mind can work as a cruise ship. Because honestly, it has floors, so it has decks. And you come down, take elevators down. I think I've not been on a cruise, so I don't know. And then you come out at the community areas, and you come out of where all the pool, where all this stuff is. And I said, I just need to play with this because I can get way too serious about this. And so, and I said, we'll try it for a year. If we don't like it, we'll do something else. and nobody wants to move again that soon, but it can give you that stuff an option. And I will ask physically, I don't know what I did last Friday. I wasn't sure if I pulled, how you pull a muscle that is so hurtful in that hip and under your rib cage, and it goes up your arm, it radiates everywhere. I don't know if it's one of the strength building ones, which is a shame because in that workout, I did a breakthrough where, when you are going past a belief system, we know this in spirituality or physical, I just hit it and the tears, they just wanted to come. And so I knew I'd broken through a level, but then I came out of it and I hurt for 2 days after that. And I go, I think I'm over breakthroughs, but I think they're going on physically right now. and spiritually. Linda, I'm looking at some of the reels that you are too, and I saw one the other day that says it could be that our people like us or age or whatever, is that we're that bridge between the new earth and the old earth, and the new beyond earth and the old beyond earth. And I started laughing at myself and I go, oh, that reminds me of the old trapeze stories. Well, the trapeze is great if you reach out and you catch the one that's going to go in. If it's a bridge, which end is going to come down first? Because there, so I got into this whole metaphysical moment of some quiet time and doing some work and go, what is my role? What is now? Because what am I supposed to be doing? Because there's stuff, I can feel it. You guys, we all feel it. It's intense, and it's not definitive for some of us. And I just look at it and I go, and can't push for the answer. I know it'll come. Just one day it will be. But anyway, so I spend, as much as we're doing some things physical and we're thinking about moving, the spiritual side of it is everything. It's actually everything, and this other is just chit chat. That makes sense. So that's where I'm at.
When you said trapeze, I'm like, oh my gosh, remember when I did that? The trapeze, do you remember me talking about it? It came
Oh, yeah.
about because of the Hildy girls, somebody in the Hildy girls, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I was going to say, why don't you go do a trapeze?
You
I
have
mean,
to climb. You have to climb stuff to get up to it.
you do, you have to climb and you have to hang and your shoulders and your
Yeah.
legs.
Dun, dun,
Oh
dun.
my gosh.
You go and I'll visualize it.
I'm not going again.
No.
I went twice. Oh, yeah. I don't know. It feels like everybody I've talked to is in some kind of an accelerated unknowing, accelerated, not really, not everybody, but for me, not really angsted, but unsettled. And I think you said something really profound, though, Nancy. I think you said one day it'll just be there, but I think one day we'll recognize that we're already doing what we think we're looking for.
Yeah, I I agree, and that's a point. Maybe it's for us to wake up. That's that wake up moment that says, "Oh, it's always been here."
And I'm doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing right now. Even in the what am I going to do? How is it going to look like? What's next? How do we get from here to there? All of those things. It's almost like that just keeps our mind busy. Well, the rest of us, the unconscious, the super conscious, the super part of us, our soul essence, is just busy doing what we're doing. And
Yeah.
just like go give the mind something else to fuss about. Because boy, is there plenty to fuss about. I like the cruise ship analogy too. Very, very, very good. Although when we're on the cruise ship, we don't use the elevator.
This
One
did
way that you
see.
combat the desserts.
Okay. Well, we can go down. We might have to have it to come back up.
I don't think
I
that's.
mean, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what floor you're on too. If you're on the second floor, that's one thing. If you're on the 12th floor, that's a whole nother
Oh, that's a whole nother.
experience.
Yeah.
There's a dessert bar at the community.
Oh, where we're moving, there's no dessert bar. Oh, well, screw that.
Well, forget it. Well, that was a deal breaker. Or a deal maker,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, their
one
big
way or
thing
the other.
their big thing is one evening it's happy hour, right, with hors d'oeuvres and stuff. Well, that's great, except Steve doesn't drink now.
I bet you would find plenty of other people there that really don't, though, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm finding more and more, like more and more. people
Yeah.
that aren't drinking.
And
And
consciously choosing not to.
yeah, and it's either it's that they decided it doesn't work, or like Kate, not our Kate, but Kate Lincoln, and just
Yeah.
like, oh, I just don't feel that good, or medications, or this or that or the other thing.
And I'll be honest, we don't tend to drink now. Somebody's got to come and visit our wine refrigerator though, so we need the help on getting that out the door. But so when I have
Let me
something,
offer my
I
assistance.
know you have to come down here. But when I don't, when I'm not doing it, then I have a one this afternoon. Oh my God, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Even just a couple of weeks away from it, and then you feel, yeah.
and they had this big piece of chocolate cake for the gal that turned 80, and somebody said, "Okay, do you want to hear? How about we all take some bites of this?" And I said, "I don't get out that much. I cannot do a glass of wine and chocolate all in the same outing. I mean, alcohol buzz and the sugar buzz. I have to drive home. No. Oh well."
Oh my goodness.
And he's like, "Where's the chocolate
I
cake?"
know. Chuck the wine, bring the cake.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, crazy. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know much more to check in, but it just feels accelerated to me, whatever that is. And I feel like I am busy, busy, busy behind the scenes, and there's nothing on the outer, behind the scenes, meaning, I'm working on stuff and, tech and stuff, but the internal stuff and more stuff and more stuff. But here's what one of the things we were talking about this morning, and with this time change, I'll tell you what, it just gives me such a mind warp because it's 3 in the afternoon now. I'm like, I gotta go get on my Zoom. And Rob's like, what time is this? 3 o'clock. What do you have at 3? And I'm like, oh, my quantum burst. This is my Tuesday evening. But my Europe group is they don't change time until April. So we have a whole month of being all screwed up.
Uh,
I know. So anyway, I was only there for half an hour because I had my staff meeting. But one of the things that she started with is she goes, well, let's look back. Say when we all started, where we all started in this group. Let's look back. And what have we done? I mean, how different are we? And just take a moment to go, and this is what I found. In some ways, I feel like exactly at the same spot.
mhm,
And in other ways, I can look back and go, oh, I'm so different. And I think part of that is the level of work that we do is we integrate it so fully that we forget how
mhm,
far we've come, which is why I think there's value in looking back. So just for fun, where were we when we came together in this format? I mean, Steve and Nancy, we have no idea. We've done so many different formats, but Linda, did you come in about the same time as Kate? No, you came in later, much later than
yeah,
Kate.
yes.
Yeah, but you've been in three, four, probably 4 or 5 years already.
It might be. It might be. I have no ideas.
Isn't that a weird thing?
It is weird. I was looking at some old, I didn't have time to dive as deep as I wanted to, but I did find a box of old journals and I was looking, and it was like, I think it was like 21. And I was going, 2021? And I knew Eliza then. I didn't think it had been that long, but it was 21, 22, something like that. And I was like, how could that be?
It was 21 because I was working in Austin and I left there
Oh, that's
Easter
right.
of 2021.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's when I started. Um, and it's hard. I have a hard time going back, and I know that I've changed a lot. There's been a lot of differences. Um, but I don't know how to describe it. It's I'm I don't have as much of a social life. I'm much more of a hermit, 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 much more of a hermit. I was thinking about being in a hermitage, you know. I just sort of hang out with myself a lot more. And part of that has to do with my schedule, but part of it also has to do with the initiative. I just don't call people like I used to. Um,
And maybe what we do is not spend a lot of time looking back, but just thinking about the bridges that we've already crossed or the
mhm.
trapezes we've always crossed when we go in. But Steve or Nancy, do you have a thought?
Well, I just wanted to say this on Friday when we're working with the trainer. Uh, I have such, all that programming that still resides inside me that I don't look at often, but I made the comment to her. I said, I just don't feel like I've made any improvement.
Hmm.
And she's very good. She said, okay, well, could you do this? Could you do this? And I said, no. So it's not like, but I don't feel like I really come back, to where I want to be. And then she went back and she challenged me and she said, well, here's what we're doing now. Let me show you on your stuff what you did before and where you are now.
Mm.
And then she's so good to me. She says, you are so hard on yourself. And I'm not even aware of that as much. I knew I was before, and I would have said that was more peaceful now. But when we went to do this one breakthrough exercise, I said, I immediately heard it. It said, you know what? This is not enough. This is not, you need to do more than this. And this is not enough. And that's when I read, that's what brought the tears because I thought, I didn't even know that was in there. And I was trying something new. I was
Mhm.
like, what the hell where did you circle back around from? Now, it doesn't land and stay as often, but much like Linda, I was fine. I used to be such a high eye and had to be with people, love people, had a great time. I don't I don't recognize myself sometimes. And I don't miss the who used to be, but I'm still adapting sometimes to the new now. I don't need a lot of people. In fact, one of my concerns moving to this place is there are going to be way too many people around trying to bother me. And he's like, bring on the people. And
Yeah.
he's the quiet one all these years.
Share recipes. I can be mad if you give me yours.
We're like at opposite sides now, but I hear that, but I have moments when I think for a moment, I don't recognize this version of me. And I like her, but I don't recognize her
Yeah.
still. Still, it's a prize sometimes to look in the mirror and go, oh, this is who we are today. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think we reside in a time distortion field.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, and it shifts with no planned regularity. I mean, one
Exactly.
time we zipping right along, and your experience of it may be the same. The next minute, it shifted into this super slow-mo time, and you're still trying to go fast, and it's like it's clashing with your experience of the time the clock ticking. Oh, God. That's a challenge. So,
Yeah,
Yeah, distortion's the right word because of that,
that's it.
yeah,
That's
right?
good.
It's
Yeah.
not just that it's fast, it's that it's all screwed up.
right.
It's so fluid.
The outer events seem to play a role in messing with the clock too, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
mild. All right, well, let's run some frequencies and see what we get, but just kind of keep in loosely in the field the fact that we have totally changed since the time we started. You don't have to go sort through how or what because we can't figure it out anyway. And that we're also continuing. And in that, um, that we are the bridge or the portal or the trapeze or whatever, because we have done so much work. We have quantum shift so many times in the miraculous outcomes. Remembering that miraculous only is other than what you expect. Outside of what you think you want. Yeah. All right, we'll bring Kate back in just in case she slipped off somewhere else. All right, turning the Healy on. My Healy broke. Did you
Oh
know your
no.
Healy cup broke? I had my coil. Do you all have coils? And I dropped it, and the coil, the pins to the coil broke.
Oh no.
I had to buy a replacement one. Luckily, they offer replacement hardware at a much discounted price, but I didn't buy a new coil. Isn't that weird? That was so weird. I'm like, as long as I get it, I got it. Brand new one. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that little sidebar. All right. All is well. It is done because we have quantum burst ourselves so automatically now into the miraculous that it's almost hard to see. So we open to seeing it, knowing all is well. All right. We start today with Jadeite Jade, a vibration of peace, balance, and timeless simplicity helps us stay centered in the moment with an awareness and acceptance of our true essence. Second one is Smoky Quartz, grounding and calming, synchronizes body energy with earth energy, regulates and stabilizes the detoxification of unwanted energies from the physical, emotional, and mental bodies. Next one is Rhodolite Garnet. Increases our ability to inhabit the physical body, helps us reconnect energetically with parts of the body that have been injured or traumatized, rebuilds the web of etheric energy in areas disrupted by surgery. Fourth one is Chrysocolla. Opens, softens, and expands the inner dimensions of the heart chakra. Helps us release tension and armoring around giving and receiving love. Increases flexibility in the mind and body to allow the vibration of love to flow. And the last one is orange calcite. Amplifies the body's ability to assimilate light at the cellular level. Uplifting, energizing, and warming. Dispels darkness and grief. Questions, comments?
Yeah, just quickly, the name of the last gem?
Orange calcite.
Calcite, the part I missed. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That made me think of other ways to check in, but I think we'll just run the energies. All right, so just feeling into all that we've talked about, opening to receive the frequencies, whatever they're doing for each of us, knowing all is well. Oops, let me set the time for 6 minutes, and here we go. All right, take a breath. Notice what you've noticed. When you're ready, open your eyes. And how was that?
Oh, okay. So you said-
Yep, right.
Okay. Something shifted because when we started, every part of my body that hadn't ached over the last 4 days started aching.
Oh no.
It was like I was doing energy work on the side that hurt, and it spread across. It was like it just spread, and I thought, well, didn't judge it. Just said this is fun. Um, this chair's not doing it. So, yeah, I just went through a little bit of stuff, and I thought, no, everything on here, the ones that hit me about, uh, I think what was it called? The Rhodolite.
Oh,
Yeah, Rhodolite Garnet.
Yeah, and then the orange calcite. For some reason, those just hit, and I didn't even think about. I didn't even look at the words, but I just held what I thought they looked like. I don't know what that last one does, but I just felt it, and all of a sudden, I just everything just relaxed. It just relaxed, and I thought, and it wasn't. I'm thinking it, there's a point that you move to somewhere where it's beyond thought, and it just let go. So
Beautiful.
that was mine. It was very body centered today.
Mm-hmm.
well, we played the second to a song that came to me and occupied me fully. Give me a second here.
We can't hear it.
Not too bad. Can't hear it.
You know,
You can hear it?
gotta get
No.
lost,
Zoom has improved their background noise that it's really hard to hear when you play music. Guess you're gonna have to sing it.
The Soul Man.
Oh, cool.
And it's kept rolling over and over and over, and I'm sitting there jabbing the Soul Man.
That's awesome.
It's kind of fun and energizing at the same time. It had layers of meaning and yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Will you put it in the group when we're done or later when you can?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
that's a fun song to play,
Mhm.
to remember. Yeah. How about you, Linda?
Well, it was very gentle and calm. I felt calming. And I guess because I've been running around doing a lot of things, and she's like, "What? You're talking now? What are you doing?" she's got her face up in me. Go ahead. So I just felt like it was what was the one? The balancing and calming. I guess that Smoky Quartz just really felt like I was relaxing more and getting into uh, that sort of rhythm of my breath and everything being at ease and peace, and which was a delightful change from where I was. Oh, excuse me, you can't see. She's got her paws up next to my neck. um, let's see, what else did I say? Um, Oh, I know. There was a whole section about moving into acceptance. It's like instead of trying to figure things out, just saying, it is the way it is, and it's all good. We know it's all good, and at least it's going to turn out good. So to just be able to relax in that, and so acceptance in that. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Everything's going to be all right in the end. And if it's not yet all right,
It's
don't
not yet.
worry, not there at the end. For me, I felt like this almost like the separation of yolk from egg or yolk from white, where
Mhm.
where like our not just me, but us, our soul essence, like who the truth of us was rising up like a pillar, just looking down. I had this image of Lucifer from the show at the end of the show or somewhere where he's sitting on the throne and all of, not the very end, because then he was in the counseling office, but but when he was sitting on the throne and all the noise of hell was just, he was just sitting there calm as can be. And that was like the image of us sitting, standing, being this pillar up above all the noise. And in that experience, the noise was just humanity. I mean, it just like there was nothing wrong or nothing right. There was nothing, it was just, oh, yeah, there's the noise. What does that have to do with the truth of who we are? And I tried to explore it further and it wouldn't go anywhere else. So,
Mhm.
like, okay. And then I peeked and we were done with time, which that was weird too. Yeah. All right. Should we do another minute and a half and top it off? Or is there anything else you want to say? Okay, let's do another minute and a half. And then we'll have time to say more than a single sentence. Starting where we left off, topping ourselves up, if you will. Here we go. Take a breath. Notice what you noticed. And let's explore this a little bit more. So we have a few minutes. We have more than 90 seconds to check in about this one.
Well, I'll start that. For me, there was that greater level of acceptance. It's like just instead of this feeling like I have to do something all the time, I have to be doing something because there's so much to do, just to move into the relaxing and the peaceful and the knowing and trusting that it's all fine just the way it is. and all my questions about money and what am I going to do? How can I do the different things I want to do? And that's all just, that'll come when I need to know it. I don't have to figure it out now. And so just this level of peaceful, going with the flow, riding the waves, kind of flow, and trusting it.
Beautiful.
Mine was, I was sitting in the only now. And sitting with that and thinking, I always frame things, well, this is the next thing I have to do, or the next thing, and that's the linear world we live in. And I was thinking, what if I took those statements, I'm going to do this, and everything is in the now. It's in the now. I mean, keeping me from wobbling off, in a past direction or a forward. So I'm gonna, I feel inclined to feel that one through.
Yeah, it's a different vantage point, isn't it?
Well,
We kind of land in a deeper layer of that.
I'll let you know. It's now.
Now,
I'll let you know now.
I'll let you know later. Now, later. What?
In the time distortion field, it could be anywhere.
Exactly. It could be 3 years ago.
Yeah. It'd be fun to live like 2 seconds ahead of your physical self. So everything your physical self saying, sounds like an echo.
I would do it that way. Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't really, that song was so overwhelming for me. It just kept on blaring, and I'm just moving over to it, doing rock and roll dancing. But getting off on the layers of the sound, the title, soul, and just what all that might entail. I'll keep you posted.
Later. Now. Now. Now.
Then,
And this eternal now moment that changes every time we blink. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think for me it was the overwhelming sense of all is well. Just all is well. And things are going to keep being the things. And all is well. And I also know, and it's so interesting because the work, sort of outside of this and outside of the Unity Fort Worth has been so much about nervous system reset and creating a thing that's called the deep exhale reset process, which that may be cumbersome, but that deep exhale, and it's just like everything has come sort of in that, and it was as if I had just experienced it. Like that's what comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah. Fascinating. Hey, speaking of time warp, time distortion, um, we're watching 11/22/63. Did you see it?
yeah.
It is wild. Where the guy goes back in time
Oh,
to,
yeah.
yeah, but that whole, we had to go back because we were arguing about something that happened in an earlier episode. So we had to go back and watch the first one again the other day. Well, we started it and then we stopped for another series and then we came back. So, but that
People want to know that.
Yeah.
it was only about 8 episodes, I think, maybe, or something like that. Maybe 10, I don't know. But anyway, it's that it basically, Linda, the guy goes back through this closet and he ends up in 1960 and he can stay for 3 years or however long and he comes back and 2 minutes have gone by in present day.
Mhm.
Talk about distortion of time.
It's
Yeah.
like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah, yeah, pretty similar. But
Yeah.
then it's all tied up with the assassination of
Oh,
JFK,
right, right, of course.
trying
Yeah.
to stop it. And I don't know what will happen because I haven't finished it, but
Yeah.
What I'm gonna tell you.
the time warp thing
Yeah.
is very real.
Well, like what's something like that makes you kind of reflect on is who all around us is maybe doing that experience, and including ourselves, but we're doing ours.
Right? I mean, it makes this planet a house of mirrors.
Oh God, yeah.
Mhm.
And when I had that image, it's like, oh my God, no wonder we can't find out a truth about anything. And
Oh,
I saw this whole post today from somebody I used to know that is a very, very strong Trump Republican. And but the whole post could have been written but from the Democratic, except for like 2 lines. But it was so much about, I'm tired of your bullshit and why can't you see and wake up? You are so off the mark. I mean, my language, that's not what it said, but, and it's like, it's such a house of mirrors.
Yeah.
We don't know. The other thing I read this morning, and then I know Steve's got to go here in a minute, but is I can't remember where I saw it, but it might have been a Robert Reich about how Americans don't like each other and don't trust each other versus Canadians. 92% of Canadians think other Canadians are good people. And here in America, we don't. It's like
Mhm.
80% of us think other people are bad or wrong or cuckoo or
Wow.
it was like, wow.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, really kind of crazy.
That's what competition does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
you know, I read probably similar things that you do. It. I told Steve, I said, like I did with religion, I found this with news and everything that's going on. What do I believe is true? I have to do these exercises. Why do I believe that? Uh, what if it weren't true? I have to do those exercises when I start to feel the energy shift in me. I go, something I'm off. So let's go back and ask those questions and go, you just look at it and you just realize we're just on different radio frequencies and we're not having the same experience.
No, we're talking about time distortion. We're on
Mhm.
so many different planes of
We were
existence.
trying to get each to understand our language and say, why can't you see this? And I just finally realized it's just so distortion and it's something beyond us. It's not logic on either part. Yeah, it's beyond us.
And the antidote to that, I believe, it sounds simplistic, but simply love.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So let's love on each other, love on the pickleball team, love on Kate, love
Yeah.
on all the moving parts, love on Linda's mom, and
yeah,
seeing all those resolutions
Yeah.
miraculously.
come together.
So we'll
Yeah.
see you in a couple weeks. Love you guys.
Love you
Yeah,
guys
love
Love
too.
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.